The sun. It rises every morning. So did the NRSL one day. It rose to the thing it is now, with last year's 500 being the golden season, and everyone having a hell of a time watching, listening, having a hell of a time being in the car. But the sun still rises, all the way back to the last time trucks were on the track in the NRSL 500.
Wells are getting loose at the wrecking on lap 1! Caution is out!
And the sun still rises. And it rose all the way back when the first NRSL race was recorded on a video phone by Dylan Young. And yet, the sun still rose. But then, sometimes, it's gotta backfall. So tonight, the NRSL Next Era Energy Truck Series goes under the lights at Daytona for the first time. Trucks, not in the NRSL 500, but on their own series and Daytona race. This is the NRSL Next Era Truck Series and the Next Era Energy 250 at Daytona.
We are Black Force!
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in Daytona Beach, Florida, for the NRSL Next Era Energy Truck Series debut. I'm here in the booth with Dylan Young. How you going, Dylan?
I'm great. We are finally here at Daytona, the first race of the season in the brand new NRSL series, the NRSL Next Era Truck Series. I'm so excited. I'm hyped. Let's get this show on the road. I hope you're ready just as much as I am.
I'm more than ready. So we're going to go take a look at our starting lineup today. This is the official pace truck of the NRSL. So we're going to get a good... Oh, shit. I already messed up, right? On the pole is JT Bryant, Cole Deaver in second. Preston Pollard. Etienne Jones. Jonathan Zorlin. Alex May. Chris Dollerton, Brandon Crasta, Erickson, Stapleton, Miles, Gorman, McGee, Meyer, as we flip through the rest of the field. Dylan, what are you looking forward to today in today's race?
Well, we were seeing a little bit in the testing session. They were running very differently than the Xfinity and the Cup Series, but I think the main goal for these drivers here is to just not only survive, but also keep an eye on that pit window once the racing goes green. So we'll see what will happen, as I believe it's Bobby Isaac will be starting dead last. So we'll see how the factor is going to be for tonight's race here under the lights at Daytona.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. We have two visor cams in today's race. Let's take a look at some of them right now. The first visor cam is Shane Lake. So we're going to go inside the car real quick to show you that view. This is going to be one of the views you're going to see today. And the second one, let's go all the way back here to Nathan Stapleton. He's starting up front, near the front of the field. That's your second onboard camera. We're going to get ready for the command to start engines here in just a couple minutes, or seconds actually. As you know, we saw the NRSL Xfinity, and you saw the Cup Series, the speeds. These trucks are a lot quicker. Is that going to be a factor of fuel, tires? Is that going to be a big deal?
Yeah, it could be a big deal. The main thing you got to keep an eye on, though, is the fact that when these drivers go in green, there's these guys because I think they're going to get so excited they're going to probably amp up on the tires and all that. That's going to be a key thing, even though it isn't SS. But the fuel window is obviously going to be the main concern because, once they go green, it's just a matter of when you get there from start to finish. And it's like they say, though, when it comes to any race, let alone a super speedway, it doesn't matter what lap you lead, as long as you lead the last lap and when the checker flag waves. That's the main goal that everyone has when they run at Daytona. So we'll see what will happen right there. Hey, JT Bryan or even Bobby Isaac could probably win this race from where they're at. So a lot of pressure for all these drivers.
Yeah, these drivers really looking forward to it. As it's taking a little bit longer than I thought to to get this race going.
I think the problem is that you're supposed to it's at the 5-minute mark when they do the command. So great job.
Did I really? Let's see.
Yeah, it's supposed.
I guess 70 seconds. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
acceleration.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So there's the command.
Yep. Not bothering that today. As you'll see the
And-
trucks roll off here. They're firing up now. Oy. I'm not waiting 70 more seconds.
So
I want
let's
to
see
get
if
this race started now.
And it looks like no one's going to have any problems. That is a very good sign right there for these trucks.
It's better than testing. We had 2 people have problems in testing.
Mm-hmm.
At least 1 in every race. So very good to see everyone is getting off the line as we look at Cole Deaver in the 3 truck. Good looking paint scheme. Went over them in the practice sessions. Who's your pick today, Dylan, to win this race?
Ooh, that's a tough one right there because everyone's been showing some really good speed in the testing race that we had here at Daytona and all the other stuff that was going around. But you know what? I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna look at the 97 there of Nathan Stapleton. I think that's gonna be the real big winner right there. Normally, whenever I pick winners, hopefully I can keep my word on it. But Nathan Stapleton is also making his NRSL debut in the Truck Series, so I think he's going to have a big rookie impact and first run in the NRSL by picking up that huge win at Daytona.
That's a good pick. My pick, a little bit farther up the order. Ember Ross was quick in Xfinity, knows how to get around the racetrack. I really do think Ember Ross has a shot to win today. And let's see if that 46 NOS Toyota can hit victory lane. JT Bryan in control of the field as they're coming off turn number 4. Then NRSL, Next Era Energy Truck Series, is getting set to go green. As we put the ticker up, it is the Fox ticker, will be all season. Pace truck hits the pit lane. It's all in the hands of JT Bryan and Cole Deaver. We're under green here in Daytona.
And the fans got on their feet, you just seen right there, and they could not have been any more excited. Now we start.
See, JT Bryan gets out to a pretty comfortable lead as Cole Deaver is deciding which lane to get into. He's going to finally get back down to the bottom of the racetrack right in front of Erickson. It looks like Preston Ploward is going to lead that second line off turn number 2. Looks like Cole Deaver is going to look to the inside.
Yeah, look at the 3. They're getting a run on that inside line, trying to get that run of momentum. And it looks like the 3 there has got a little bit of an advantage, trying to lead the first lap. Now Bryant's getting a run on the high line and completing the first lap. It looks like it's going to be Cole Deaver in the 3, barely over JT Bryant.
See what the ticker says. It is Cole Deaver over JT Bryan. If that is an example of what's going to happen at the end of this race, I'm looking forward to it. As congratulations, Cole Deaver, for leading the first ever lap in the NRSL Next Era Energy Truck Series. Nice fitting. It's the 3 truck at Talladega.
You said Talladega. I hope you.
Did I say Talladega? I said I meant Daytona. Oh boy.
See, this is what happens. The co-commentator gets always correct, and then also gets the laugh at, which that's not good. Anyway,
man.
as the field keeps going, Cole Deaver trying to continue and lead a second lap here at Daytona, but now is getting some pressure on the inside line by one of the Seth Cole Motorsports trucks right there, the 99. Won't lead that lap, but will complete the pass for the lead, though.
Yeah, Alex May at the bottom of the racetrack was quick into practice sessions. So is Brandon Crasta as Backmarker Motorsports now leads the field. I know everyone's wondering, Tweenix, I said it in practice. Yeah, no, it's Backmarker Motorsports in the Truck Series. Kind of got me going crazy, too, as there's Nathan Stapleton. He's going to follow, or is he going to stay with Alex May? No, he's going to follow Brandon Crasta
Yeah, that's a wise move. Oh, there was 3 wide earlier on in the middle, but it looks like they're going to settle back out to 2.
Look back farther into this field. Field look like it's going to stay pretty well. Alex May, good
one truck
lord.
Alex May.
Yeah. He was just your
And
leader.
that's going to really hinder. Yep, and that's going to really hinder Alex May right there. Now remember, May was in the Cup Series last season, and then basically got double downgraded there to as far as the trucks is concerned. Well, no one even knew if Alex May was going to even have a ride next season. Because Seth Goley's got himself a ride in Xfinity and has got his team formed in Cup with putting in Elijah Gilbert in the 30, and now being a part in the Truck Series here, not showing any good momentum and speed, especially after hitting the wall and losing a ton of positions.
Yeah, that outside lane as now Dylan Young gets forced 3 wide a little farther back in the field. That's the first time we've seen 3 wide today.
Oh, another truck in the wall.
That's JT Bryant.
That's the other Young Motorsports truck right there.
I don't think the owner's going to be happy about that one.
No, and you got to remember, both trucks were kind of right by each other, too, so it was kind of, going to have, one truck on the inside line.
Someone got forced down to the apron there, Dylan. I think that was Sky Commons.
That is.
Wow. So Sky Commons got forced down to the bottom of the racetrack. It's going to split the field up.
And really bunch it up, too.
That was weird. I wonder who forced him down there.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. And I don't think, from looking at the ticker, where was the 98 before he crossed the line? Let's see here.
He was in 14th as we have pit stops early.
Pit stops. Lap 5. Wow. Very early.
Strategy getting into play here. This Alex May, JT Bryant, and Cody Erickson.
2 trucks that hit the outside wall earlier, and then Jones in the 92, which we didn't even see hit the wall, so probably just to buff out that damage and get some pit service done.
Let's see.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah, let's see how that affects this race. As now Scott Roush. I mean, what more can we say about Roush? In the 60 Ford, getting here into the NRSL, making a huge statement in the Truck Series. He's going to be hopefully leading them down to the line as we see the field now starting to single file out in the back, trying to get everybody halfway through this race, as there is 60 laps today. So if you can get to lap 30 and survive, you shall be okay. It's Alex May now coming off pit road.
Yeah, and you can see nobody else went down pit road at that time, too, so that was a big lucky break there for, the other drivers.
Yeah, big lucky break is now, it looks like, I was going to say something real quick. Yeah, Scott Roush is on the high side of the racetrack, because some of these names I'm still, Philip Parker, that's who it was. That's what I was trying to say. Is down to the bottom of the racetrack. Now he's trying to follow, Cole Deaver at least is trying to follow Parker.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, about Scott Roush is that he'll be making his Xfinity debut tomorrow as well, and that series as well. Unfortunately, no Cup ride, so he's going to be in at least 2 of the 3 series. So it's good to see Roush make his NRSL start, not only just in the Truck Series, but also in Xfinity, too. So it's going to be interesting to see as we got one of the trucks that's being caught up in the front. I think that's, the 92. Yep. And let's see, I don't think GT Bryant.
Wow, almost 20-mile-an-hour difference here.
That's what happens when you're not in the pack right there. And I think both the 19 and the 99 both are a lap down. Let's double check on the ticker real quick. I know for a fact one of them did. Oh, they both are. Okay.
And now the 92 is going to. This is gonna get interesting. This is gonna stack up the field. Dylan Young now forced 3 wide.
Again, that's the second time. Keep it
together, boys.
And another couple trucks hitting that outside wall, but now they're going to keep it together. They're not going to lose momentum. I think that was Cole Deaver, and I seen a white and black truck. That's the 2 right there.
Yeah, Philip Parker, he's on the high side. Dylan Young is in the sucker hole now, and I don't think anybody's going to go with him here.
No, and that's just something, too. You really don't want to be in that middle line, because that middle line, you don't get a whole lot of momentum. No one's really wanting to work with you on there. So basically, Young's in the same duck, but wisely, though, someone allowed him to get back in line. Because another thing, too, if you go 3 wide, I believe in turn number 4, if you notice, everyone's been hitting that turn 4 wall. That's not a good place to be. And there's another 3 wide that's going around. And
Zorlin. Together, boys.
Keep it together. As we already are a 1/6 of the way complete in the race. And I'll tell you what, we have been through caution-free ever since. And look at this one I'm seeing up in front of the field. That's the truck who started dead last, is up to 3rd.
Yeah, Bobby Isaac. Again, Fitzwater and Isaac always being together. You know those teams there over there at Flickinger Racing. They know how to get it done. There's now Dylan Young's going to follow Preston Ploward to the bottom of the racetrack. Britt Pritchard's also following him. So they're coming into turn 4 here. A different camera angle here. So we've got a helicopter, which is going to be used a lot today. There's some more trucks getting the wall back here. That's Ember Ross. That's my pick to win. Getting up in the outside wall.
Oh, couple
Shane
on that
Lake,
apron.
John Arndt. Nate
There's one truck trying to pass on the inside line in the apron and is going to really stack up the inside line. I don't know what they were thinking right there.
What are you doing?
Oh no, who was that? There was a white truck right there. That's
Cody Erickson. Yep.
I don't know what Erickson was thinking right there. That was not the best idea you could do right there.
I bet you all these drivers now are really, really livid because now they have a huge gap to fill to Brandon Crasta with Scott Roush now 3 wide.
Roush really out in that outside line. They're just about to hit that wall. And, really got a good piece of that right there.
Yes.
And you could tell that turn 4 is just causing a lot of trucks to hit that wall and getting a lot of damage right there. However, we are still clean and green. That's been amazing right there. And they're keeping it together right there.
Yeah, so coming up to the front of the field now. You see now in the back of the field, got John Arndt. The Flickinger boys are back here also. Ember Ross falling back there with Chris Donington and RJ Bishop, we haven't really talked about today. Now William Flickinger looks to the bottom of the racetrack. Going back to the front, there's Alex May. He is, 20 miles an hour off the pace. That strategy, I don't think it's going to work for him.
No, and same for JT Bryant. They're looking for a caution right now, just to at least get him back up. But JT Bryant could actually be 2 laps now, which really is not a good sign right there.
Brett Pritchard led that lap. He's in a 1 truck in the truck series. Still for
he will be in all 3 series. And when we went to the testing session for the second race for the first time in Xfinity, we said that Ember Ross was the only driver going to be in all 3 series. There was a mistake on that one. Brett Pritchard was the other driver, as mentioned, is in all 3.
Here comes Joanna Long to the high side. We haven't talked about her much. Looks like Zach Flickinger is leading this race. He's in an 8.
3 wide, and that's I think that's the lap down truck right there in the 92.
Yep.
Going with 2 cars there, and the 5's going to pack. And look
Joanna
at that.
Long. What are you doing?
And it looks like the second pack is actually catching up to that first pack right there.
Indeed they are.
So they stayed together, and that's what happens when you stay single file. You can manage to catch up to that pack with no problem, but everyone is double wide. So good job by all those drivers there.
Yeah, Johnny Gardner down to the bottom of the racetrack looking to get around Zach Flickinger. He's going to put up the names here for the first race. To just get everybody, organized and familiar with names. It's Harmon on the high side. Nathan Hudson down low, also in the Overwatch Toyota. They are catching JT Bryant, as we're going to flick up here to JT Bryant. He is about 20 mile an hour off the pace of Zach Flickinger as there's more contact in the back. Let's see. Charles Jackson, he's going to follow Zach Flickinger. And so is Harmon. So they're going to head down towards turn 1. Sorry, that's Connor Meyer. Connor Meyer and Harmon have very similar paint schemes when you're looking at them. As Ember Ross is off the pace, did she hit pit road? That is a huge, huge development. She is going to come up right in front of the field. Oh, don't LePage it.
Ember Ross.
Don't LePage it. Oh, God, don't LePage.
Oh, man, that 46. I don't know. Oh, another truck on the inside line on the apron. I don't know who that is there. I see a black truck, I believe it is.
We're going to see here in a minute.
And, they really separated. I see it right there.
That was Shelly back there.
And one truck coming down pit road, that's the 5. That was one of the trucks that hit the wall there earlier on, so they're going to have to repair that damage out. And we're nearly a third of the way into the race being complete, and I'm telling you, these drivers, they're starting to know how that Daytona feel is right there, and some of them are liking it, some of them are not, and you can tell there's been more than one driver that's been hitting that wall at Ford. It's very hindering a price for them now.
Yeah, it doesn't look much damage though on Zorro. Let's see if he gets tires here. And he will.
They're going to definitely buff that out, get that out of the way. I don't know if they're going to get left side, though. That would not be the best idea. And Nathan Hudson now going to the lead. First time we're seeing him up in the front. And, oh, boy. Look at the drivers on the high line.
Oh, there's pit stops. That's why.
3 drivers coming on down. I think, there's more coming on down. They were held up earlier.
Crest, McGee, Hyatt, Miles, Erickson, Bishop and Gorman are all coming down pit road.
And they're really separated. There's Chris Dollarton and others from behind, the ones that didn't come on down pit road. They're really behind in a bad position right now. But you can see these drivers, they are coming down pit road doing their service. And we're going to be seeing a lot more of them in just a bit. You're going to see the cars coming off of turn 3 and 4 very, very soon. There it is, that big pack here from in the pit lane 1 camera angle right here is one other truck that was way behind is now getting
Alex
on.
May. Yep. So this is going to be a secondary pack. You see Crasta, Hyatt.
Oh, here comes a good pack of trucks coming on in right here.
We're going to see him coming down towards us as we're going to stay on this camera view because it seems to be giving us the best view of the pit stops. That is a huge pack.
It's got to be at least 20 plus trucks in there.
It's about fourth of the way through this race. So we kind of expected that. 20, 40, and right around 55 will be your pit stops, hopefully, if everything plays out right. You see Cole Deaver with that first pit stall down here.
Yep, and then here comes that main pack. They're coming off turn 4. Are all of them coming down pit road? That's going to be the key question. And it looks like... Nope. They're all going to stay off right now, but one truck is coming down pit road.
See JT Bryant staying out. So this is going to split the field up a little bit. Who is that? Brandon Crasta back on pit road?
That is Crasta. Must have had a penalty.
That is not what Crasta needed in the first race of the season. With the point system, you do not want to mess up this first race.
No, and especially how this is the first ever race even, too. You got to show your expectations. And Crasta, that's definitely big right there. And I guarantee he wants a caution. Now, if you're looking on that leaderboard carefully, too, there's a couple of trucks that have not come down pit road yet. And I believe those are the 17, the 44, and that is about it. Because we do know the 42.
Oh, no,
down.
They didn't.
Oh, there's some skid marks on the back.
I think they're out. I think they're out of gas.
Oh, they are. Yeah, floored. Out of gas. Same for Charles Jackson. That is not good. And right now Fitzwater just barely going to make it on pit road, so that's a lucky break for the 44. Stayed out a little too long right there.
So you could, still on pit road.
So they may have to do a third stop if possible. So that's not good for these drivers right here. So they came down about 16, 17. So lucky break for drivers like JT Bryant and like the other drivers who first came out. Oh, wow, look at all the skid marks in the back right there. If you see very carefully. As 42, I don't think the 42 and 17 are going to make it. So that's a big blow right there for Plord and Jackson. Fitzwater got all the gas he could. He is out and away. And we're trying to find it. It looks like the 11 is the leader.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it. The pit road is not helping with everyone still on pit road. There we go.
And they're catching up to one other truck that's not too far ahead of the 11. That's Alex May again. So good news for May. He's back on the lead lap. The bad news, he could get lapped down again.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure. And the 17, I don't think he's going to definitely be out of this race. So is Flower.
42, if he's lucky and get the last stall, then one of the last stalls there, then he can get lucky. And it looks like Bryant is still a lap down. Wow. Trucks almost got him right there. And, yep, there's 17. He's not going to make it. Flord is actually in pit road, but he's not in the stall. If you look carefully with the 42 real quick, I don't know if he's going to make it. If he has one of the last stalls, that's a lucky break there.
Well, let's keep an eye on him right here to see if he is indeed going to make it. I don't know what stall he's in. Let's try to see here. Maybe we can go on the roof of the car. See if there's any waving or signs waving.
I don't think he's going to make it. I think ironic enough, I think he started in the top 10. No, he's not going to make it.
That and there's the main pack still passing by. Man. That's a shame.
That sucks right there.
Man, oh man.
Yep, that's it. He ain't going to make it.
So major developments. 17, Yep, there he is. He's
just got on the pit road, and now the 42 about to do the same thing.
Let's see how far ahead this 42 had to go.
I think it was the fourth stall, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Cooley at the front of the field as we get back into it. Alex May sticking with this pack. So we're going to catch Shane Lake here. This is the pack. If there's not a caution, that may be the battle for the win. So let's see how this goes as we're nearing halfway. Let's see, Shane Lake going to be caught by Sukuli. Alex May trying to get one of his laps back.
Oh, man, but they're catching up that slow car. And, yep,
Sukuli just slingshot the outside.
wow, Sokoli and the 8 truck right there both managed to get around with no problem right there. And then Nathan Stapleton, unfortunately, May's teammate, not going to be lucky as well.
Yeah, that's Zach Flickinger that followed him in the 8
I'm
truck.
actually curious, though, what happened on the packagers to all them skid marks, though, because that's something right there, because that did not bring out the caution, if you notice very carefully.
We'll check up on that in just a minute as Alex May and JT Bryant doing their pit cycles.
Yeah, that's a tough break for them. They're off the cycle, and that's definitely not what they needed at all. However, they could play in a factor for maybe in the race as it goes on, but you never know. Though. It does not look good for them both.
Let's see here. Yeah, McGee's just trying to follow Harmon now as they're coming off. RJ Bishop has been quietly sneaking his way up.
Yeah, you can see a whole bunch of skid marks, but I think they probably just spun on the apron. That's why they didn't throw out the caution.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. One car spins in the back, and then no caution is called. As you see, RJ Bishop now with Philip Parker. Johnny Gardner also up in this field as Hyatt and Connor Meyer just sneaking his way in the back there.
And Connor Meyer trying to do what he can to get in there, too. Also, another one of those drivers that's in all 3 series as well, too. You know, Connor Meyer is, doing the trifecta here. You can try to win all 3. But at the same time, too, these guys are just racing out here, and they're doing really good, though, as we are near the halfway point of this race. And I'm telling you, these drivers have been really, really interesting there. Oh, my goodness. How did the 62 not get into him? That was close.
Wow. Talk about wrong time to move. RJ Bishop almost caused the big one. Wow.
Well, he knew he was going to have to come up on the track, but at the same time, why would you go right in front when he was going to do that? That was a questionable move right there by both drivers, not giving good, proper communication right there.
Nathan Stapleton, he's going to lose this pack if he's not careful. Is now Harmon to the lead with McGee following.
There's another truck they're approaching up ahead, and that is the 42.
Preston Pollard. Yep.
So, lucky break for Pollard, he's able to be back out on the track. I don't think the 17. I have not seen 17 since.
We're going to find him real quick. There he is. Charles Jackson, running
No one's
36th.
No one's on the race, and looking down, I believe they're at least 5 laps down. Oh, yeah, Charles Jackson 4 laps down. Florida's 3 laps down. Bryant is 2 laps down. And, oh, yeah, there is a driver on the race. It's Crasta.
Brandon Crasta had that trouble on pit. You know what it might have been? You know what it might have been? It might have been the same thing we just saw with Alex May. It might have been him trying to come up on the track after being on pit road for so long and getting smacked down in the infield. I'll have to double check that.
Yeah. Also, you see that our lap down is the 19, the 99, the 92, and the 21.
Yeah, Shane Lake, not what he wanted either. But right there from 24th on, well, no, not from 24th on, my mistake. From 13th. So 13 drivers right now in this main pack. We hope to have a lot more in the pack, but pit stops are going to be a very interesting one this season as the smaller fuel cell is going to play a major factor in this truck series. So now Ember Ross up in the picture. My pick to win. Stapleton, is he in this? Is he back in this pack? He is back in this pack. So good work by Stapleton.
Yep, he just got himself in the pack. So both our picks are good to go there for the moment.
Yeah, Philip Parker, he's also in this pack as I think Hyatt's also in the pack. So both Comcast Xfinity Chevrolets in the pack. Flickinger, I'm trying to name notable names here in this pack. You got Hudson, Zorlin. Zorlin a lap down? No, Zorlin's still in the lead lap after having that pit stop, which the pit cycle really worked out for him.
Ross got in the wall a bit right there, but kept it together.
Trying to think who else is in this pack. See, Gardner's hanging out the back of it. Zakuli, Alex May's a couple laps down, so he's not in the picture, but he can help Stapleton. So that'll be huge.
And that 22 is just trying to make sure he gets himself in the pack with no problem.
It's Nathan Hudson's going to follow Harmon down the back straightaway. Flickinger, is he going to look to the inside here? Let's take a look. As he wants to. He really does want to. Stapleton's saying, let's go, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. As we're heading to the halfway point in 2 laps. As we're coming to complete lap 30 of 60 here at Daytona. Is Hudson going to look to the inside? No. He wants to, though. Try to get that bonus point for leading at halfway. See if he leads down to the bottom of the racetrack. No, but that was a really big slide job there. Almost sent him up into the middle lane. See Zorlin on the high side. Who's going to get that bonus point? Stapleton now looks to the inside. Here comes Hudson. Can they get the bonus point? Harmon trying to battle for that bonus point. He's on the high side.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. Hudson trying to work on that inside line. He's trying to make sure he leads at the halfway point. Couple trucks hitting the inside or outside wall, excuse me, and Hudson will lead at the halfway point. So a lucky break for him, and we'll get an extra bonus point for that.
Yeah, very lucky for Nathan Hudson, having a great day. Add a bonus point for leading halfway for that. So good job to him as Nathan Stapleton now back to the front of this pack. Alex May trying to stick with him to help him win this race. That's going to be a huge Backmarker Motorsports duo here, as he's going to go with him here. So Seth Cole might be on the radio in the tower saying, guys, Alex May, you're a couple laps down. You're not going for the win. Just help your teammate win this race. This is like RJ Bishop as Nathan Hudson's into a wall. RJ Bishop in the back of this pack, trying to find a way back down to the bottom. So we go through the field. Bobby Isaacs leading another huge pack. This is the second pack. This is about 7 seconds off the lead here.
Yeah, and it's from 14th on back there. That's not looking good for those drivers there. They need a caution right now.
Yeah, Jim Jack is now leading this pack. So you got Sky Commons. We talked about him getting on the apron earlier. JT Bryant in this pack, but he's long gone in this race. But a couple other drivers as they're going to go 3 wide. Oh boy, you can go 3 wide here, but don't go 3. Oh, now they're going to go a couple rows. It's Jim Jackson in the wall. He's in the wall again. So is Shelly. Shelly's going to bounce down to the bottom of the racetrack. So that's your second pack. John Art also in this pack. So we're going to flip back to see who else is in. As Ember Ross is now on pit road. So we got a couple takers here on lap 33. So is Hyatt. RJ Bishop. Erickson. Now Shane Lake's leading his pack. As Gorman's going to hit the pit lane. Let's see if your lead pack decides to come down pit road. Cars going high. Cars going low. Yes, Sakuli's going to hit. Zach Flickinger, Jonathan Zorlin, McGee. They're all coming down pit lane on lap 34 unofficially when they cross the line.
Very interesting decision by these drivers why they're going at this time of the lap rather than others. There you see the 25 also down as well. But when the other driver is going to come down pit road is also the key question here.
Jim Jack also on pit road from that second pack, looking to hope on. Here comes both Youngs, Sam Young and Dylan Young. I think they were trying to draft with each other. No relation, I'm not sure. No relation at all.
A little bit. Little relation.
A little bit of relation.
Mothership type of thing.
So both Youngs on pit lane as Brett Pritchard slides in front in the Mopar Dodge. Almost said Chevrolet. Shame on me. As Hyatt now leading the race with Philip Parker and RJ Bishop in tow. As we're going to put
just kind of seen it too. There was also a couple trucks coming on down together, a good number of trucks. But looking at the battle for the lead, still that 62 trying to hang on the high line, and the inside line's going to get that advantage right now.
I don't think the 62 is in the battle for the lead there, Dylan. I think he's about to go a lap down, as he is about to go to lap down. So this is going to affect...
And, wow. I don't know how the 27 did not get wrecked by the 8. That was a close call right there, exiting pit road, but they kept it together.
3 wide for the lead. This is for the lead, I am pretty sure. Well, 2 of them are for the lead, as now they're going to catch up as Hudson backs down. And Philip Parker is just trying to check down his checkbook here and put people as many laps down as he can, as now he's coming up to the leader before the caution. And Jonathan Zorlin, no, it's not Zorlin, it's Sakuli and Flickinger.
looking through so far, these drivers, a lot of them came down pit road, but there's still a couple that have not yet come down to pit road, and I believe that's about the top four or top two rather have not come down pit road. Then again, I think Phil Parker's the only one left that's not come down pit road. But that's really not good to see. The 27 put him on the high line. That could make him, run out of gas right there.
Philip Parker's trying to get the pit lane, I'm pretty sure. That's why he's backed out of this one. Let's see if he does this time, and he does. He gives the signal to come down pit lane. So your leader on pit lane, a lap 37. That puts him... Ooh. That puts him on pit road, I'd say around lap 54. And he might try to stretch it. So let's see if he gets it full of gas. This isn't your final pit stop, but this could be a very strategic pit stop if we have a caution, which I'm very surprised we've got almost 40 laps here, Dylan, with no caution. I'm trying to look for your main pack. I think this might be your main pack here. We'll have to look when the scoring loop comes back around as they're going to catch Nathan Hudson. So a little bit thinner pack here with the pit stops. But nonetheless, still a pack with enough drivers to really give a hell of a show. As I think Philip Parker, is he going to get out with this pack? I don't think so.
No, not enough. As you can tell, with that speed and momentum, there's no way. And new leader, Conor Meyer.
Conor Meyer to the lead, as this is official for a pass for the lead due to the ticker. So Conor Meyer to the lead, as I think Philip Parker's going to just stay back and pick up this second pack with Johnny Gardner. So if we could just get these two packs together, we could have a really good race on our hands.
Possibly, but you never know what could happen, though. Anything could happen within these next couple of laps there.
So looking back to the front of this field, Shane Lake's about to get picked up. That is for 3 laps down for Shane Lake. I am quite certain that is going for 2 laps down as Nathan Hudson with a shot out of a cannon. Holy moly, I think that might have been due to Shane Lake. Gone. He is shot out of the can, but he's going to get reeled in fairly quickly with the drag package.
Yeah, that's what you definitely don't want to do in a super speedway. Run away, because especially with a lot of laps to go, you'll get reeled in that quick, just like what the 62 is doing.
Ooh, Hyatt. Ooh.
Wow, very risky maneuver right there.
Now, in the testing races, there were 2 official testing races that the trucks did, all in coherence with each other. That we saw that move once. Let's just say it ended some people's nights. So Hyatt got lucky there in turn 3 as now he's looking for the lead.
And now here comes RJ, and everyone's starting to go on the inside line. They had just put the 11 out to dry.
Now this is going to be very interesting if these drivers don't stop messing around, because here comes the party poopers with Bobby Isaac now trying to lead this pack with Emma Ross. They are catching him. They're down to about 4 seconds. They've cut that lead to 2 seconds less than before the pit stop. So very good work by these drivers in this second pack, as your previous leader, Philip Parker, and both our picks are in this pack.
Oh, 42 down pit road.
That is a scheduled pit stop, I believe.
And him and Jackson came down. So now all the other trucks came down pit road with the exception of the 19 and the other truck that came on down with him too. Still remains the same, and Brandon Krass is the only one out of the race still.
Now, I would say this would work into their advantage being 3 laps down, but they just didn't. If they would have timed it right, they would be up in this lead. I can guarantee that, by the way this pit stop strategy has been working out. Because Alex May, if he wasn't a couple laps down, I swear, he'd be the truck to beat right now, as he's still sticking with his pack, as now he hits the pit lane to get his scheduled stop. They've cut that lead down, Dylan. It's down to 3. We'll see what it is at the line. Now back to 4 seconds. So not reeling them in, as I think the pack got split up. Did they run into a lap down truck? Let's see who's in this pack. Alright, as Dylan gave me a heads up, he might be stepping out of the booth here for a minute for some personal things. So I'm going to continue on here. Shane Lake now in this pack with one of the Flickinger boys up top. I think that's William Flickinger. So this is the reason why this pack is all split up. Jim Jack makes the wrong decision to move to the high side of the racetrack. So here is that second pack. Let's see if they can catch up to the front of this pack as we are with 20 laps to go here at Daytona. See, join along down to the bottom of the racetrack. Shelley trying to follow her. They leave Bobby Isaac to the high side to dry. But looking back at the front of this field, you see Preston, you see Alex May now jumping back in this pack. As I said, Zorland, that's Sakuli. My bad. Alex May is just blocking. Oh, is he trying to get Stapleton up in this pack? Is he trying to get Stapleton to the front? Because there he is. Oh, Alex May, you are a devil, you. Join along now at the front of this field. If they could just catch Preston and get his draft, because he's still in cahoots with this pack here. Oh, this could get good. This could get very good. So, see where Alex May is. He's now moved to the high side to block Hyatt. Coming off turn number 2. That's very interesting as RJ Bishop now looks to the bottom of the racetrack on Nathan Hudson. Very good run there for Hudson. A lot better than what he was in practice. So we back in this pack. They're still trying to catch him. They really are. So we're going to go on board with one of our onboard cameras that we set at the beginning of this race. Nathan Stapleton for a little bit. As we'll go to the visor cam. So he's about to let off the gas there. Who's that? That's Johnny Gardner below him. There goes Shelley. He's going to move below her. And that's Philip Parker in the 2 now flying past. Now let's see who's behind him. That looks like... Well, I was going to say RJ Bishop, but he's up in the front. It's a yellow roof. I'll have to check on that in a minute. They are catching them. I can still see that pack ahead of them, so it is still somewhat of a hope for this pack to catch them. No question. So we put the ticker back up to give an official reading. Now they've cut that down to 2 seconds now. As they are trying to catch this pack. That would be something if the pack would to reform with about 10 laps to go here at Daytona. So head back to TV1 here. Stapleton trying to find his way through this field. Harmon to the high side of the racetrack. He's going to hit the wall. He's going to try to tuck back in below with his teammate Connor Meyer and his other teammate Ember Ross leading that second pack. As now they've cut it down a little bit more, down to about 2 seconds unofficially. Because it is not 2 seconds, but officially at a 2:19. So they are trying to catch this pack as now the first pack is trying to go single file as they are there. They can catch now they can definitely try to get a sniff. And Harmon is definitely not helping that first pack. He still has the draft. There's no question because he's still running about 200 miles an hour. So he's got the draft. But that second pack behind him, right there, they're about to get a sniff off of Harmon. And that's not what Harmon wants because he wants a nice little battle with the other driver ahead of him for the win. I don't think that's going to happen, as John Art now is starting to lead that second pack. We've seen the Dodgers be pretty dominant at speed weeks so far. As you see John Art down to the bottom of the racetrack. So not surprising. Surprising enough, there's only one Dodge up in the front pack, because now they're there. They are there. They've caught them. It is on 10-lap dogfight plus pit stops. Who is going to win it here at Daytona? That's going to be the interesting one right there. As now John Art is right up behind Harmon, and it is on like Donkey Kong. I wish the flagman would wave the green flag because we're about to end this race by starting it. So, recap. Connor Meyer down to the bottom of the racetrack with Sakuli to the high side with Alex May, who is the wild card in this pack. He could help anyone because he is a couple laps down. Now, with the whole pack behind him now caught up, this opens up the door for some other drivers. Ember Ross that is one of the drivers who have a shot at winning now. So does Johnny Gardner. Back there, Philip Parker, as I think we're going to have pit stops as drivers are now shooting to the high side of the racetrack. And indeed we are. There goes Hyatt and Amber Ross. Now, if this pack doesn't end up where it was, that might be their day done. So coming to 10 laps to go. Pit stops are starting. RJ Bishop to the bottom of the racetrack now, as he's going to go for the lead over Zach Flickinger. RJ Bishop to the lead. Now here comes Nathan Hudson and Connor Meyer. Preston Ploward, he's a couple laps down. Also the second wild card in this pack. Hardman behind him with John Art as they head down the super stretch. Let's see who else dives for pit lane, or do they try to stretch it? We mentioned earlier when Dylan was in the booth with us that Philip Parker is now, yes, there is the indication more pits are about to happen. It's RJ Bishop, Philip Parker into the wall with Shelley. Oh, we almost had our first caution of the day because in testing, that was a spin waiting to happen as RJ Bishop now sequences the lead over to Connor Meyer. So we're going to head towards turn 1. As Ericsson's on pit road along with Gorman. And Barros and Hyatt. Hyatt blew it. Hyatt blows a motor on the back straightaway. Oh, boy. Now that right there, that's a shame. Oh, there it is. There's the first caution of the day. And the big one strikes on lap 50. See, Stapleton's involved. Johnny Gardner rolling. Shelley involved. Oh boy, don't have that third pack come through. Please don't have that third pack come through. Okay. Whew. Well. Oh boy, you have no idea how much that changes things. So Shelley out of winning the next Air Energy 250. Man. A really strong Toyota right there for Shelley, for Connor Meyer Racing. Done. As she's going to most likely put it in the garage. Yes, out. So the caution is out on lap 51. Kind of surprising is Jim Jack will get a... Are we supposed to get a lap back? No question, a lot of these drivers are going to hit pit lane. So let's go take a look at what brought out your first caution, surprisingly, on lap 50. And we are back, lucky for us. Well, unlucky for him, but lucky for us as viewers. Nathan Stapleton was involved in a wreck. Now guess what he had? A visor cam. So let's go take a look at what happened here. As we know, Hyatt blew an engine up here. Let's see what happened from Stapleton's view heading turn 3. Oh, Gardner. That's what it was. And just barely missed it. Joanna Long, Philip Parker, Bobby Isaac, others involved. Man, oh man. What was our TV view? Let's go back as Jim Jack down pit lane. Okay, so all right, so this is gonna paint the picture we all are looking at. See, Hyatt's coming down to turn 3. Does he move up the track, or does Johnny Gardner? No, he moves up the track, and that's what causes the big wreck. As Gardner goes tipping and rolling. So Gardner came down the racetrack there, right there. Let's take a look at it again. Does he go below the double yellow line? Yes, he does. So, wow, big piece of debris shooting out the racetrack. As Gardner slides up the racetrack, we'll see what happens. Does Alex May get through? Stapleton's out, yes, but does Alex eat? No. Okay, he gets damaged up to the safe. He squeezes through that. Shelley, nowhere to go. Philip Parker, yeah, he gets damaged. So, Philip Parker gets damaged. Joanna Long definitely gets damaged, as we saw on the cockpit view from Stapleton with the contact there. See if Bobby Isaac gets through. He does, to a certain degree. So very lucky for Bobby Isaac to get through. Alex May not so much. Ember Ross. But does she avoid getting a lap down? That's what I want to know. Does she avoid that lap down? Let's see here. No. Oh. Oh. Wow. Oh, that's a shame. Just missed it. Just missed it. As we're going to head back to live. Okay, now she's tail end, so there is hope for Ember Ross fans. Going to take a look at your running order. Philip Parker's in the lead, as we thought he would be with that pit stop strategy. As I said, he might try to stretch it in the pits, and these pace laps are definitely helping him out in that department as more updated standings are coming in. Philip Parker, RJ Bishop, Jonathan Zorlin, McGee, Meyer, Jack in 6th place after hanging out in the back all day. Could Jack do something as we are waiting for these drivers to... Are these all tail end of the lead lap drivers? Wow. So this is huge. We're getting the 1 to go here. Ember Ross is in the front of the field. And there is a second separating Philip Parker from RJ Bishop. Another second separating Jonathan Zorland from RJ Bishop. So lap down trucks are going to be the story of this NextEra Energy 250. As we're going to come to the green with 6 laps to go. Wow. So this is about to get very interesting. Maybe Philip Parker is trying something I thought might not ever happen. He's trying to stretch it from lap 30. When did he pit? Did he pit lap... I think he pitted lap 38. I'm not mistaken. I could be. I'll have to look back at the video, which would be too late by then. But he pitted, and we made the comment, there's no way he's going to make it. The pace truck dives down for the pit lane. Ember Ross in control of the field unofficially, as Philip Parker is in the lead as the green flag's back in the air. 6 laps to go at Daytona. So there goes Philip Parker, as the back of the field's really, really janked. I don't know what that's about. That could be another caution on the income. As Philip Parker now trying to build as much of a gap as he can on RJ Bishop, who is back there, just in front of Zorlin. So Zorlin and Bishop definitely going to try to work together, as this is going to be the downside of Philip Parker with the lap cars. All these lap cars are still quick enough to stay in this pack, which is going to be the downside to him. As RJ Bishop way up the racetrack, somebody's pitting. Somebody's going to pit. Who is going to be the guinea pig? He couldn't do it. So Philip Parker's out, which leaves your leader, RJ Bishop, is now in command of the NextEra Energy 250 with 4 laps to go. This could be the catbird seat for RJ Bishop. This would be exciting for him. I know his fans would love it, because now he has a 2/10 of the second lead over McGee, who is behind Ericsson, as Ericsson peaks down to the bottom. Zorlin getting around May, a little farther back. That's not for position, but it is for strategic position, as now he's heading towards the back of Ericsson, as McGee's going to try to get down to the bottom of the racetrack. That he does. So all the cards are now starting to fall into place. The next car who has a shot is Connor Meyer. He's also in this pack. So is John Arndt. He has, as Philip Parker ends his race early. And as you don't know, the points, we're doing classic points, so there is no chase. So every race means everything. So that's why you might be seeing these gambles early in the season. Now Preston Ploward, he's not in position to win this race by any stretch of the imagination, but there are a good bunch of drivers are. The whole inside line has a shot to win this race, coming to 3 laps to go. McGee, now Zorlin down to the bottom. Connor Meyer getting a little bit more aggressive. He's trying to peek below Ploward. He's going to get it done, as now John Arndt's going to push him down to the bottom of the racetrack. It is starting to get exciting here at Daytona. I'm starting to get a little tense as everyone is starting to make more and more bold moves. RJ Bishop leads him off turn 2, coming down the super stretch. Like I said, almost that whole inside line has a shot. Now here comes Meyer to the bottom. McGee forced up high. John Arndt and Flickinger to follow. As both Flickinger boys are starting to follow, how about this? Both Flickingers have a shot to win this race. And so does the 24, Benjamin Miles, as Alex May is going to do his pit strategy on lap 58, coming to 2 laps to go now at Daytona. RJ Bishop still in control of this field. He's going to do the old Dale Jr. blockaroo, as he's going to go to the high side of the block, Zorlin. Now to the bottom side of the block, Meyer. He's running the middle line, trying to block both positions. Now to the bottom of the racetrack goes Bishop. Flickinger to the bottom. Can't get it done. Is he going to try to fit between Meyer, Flickinger boys? Not this lap, but he's going to give Meyer a huge push. Here comes Connor Meyer. Zach Flickinger to follow. William Flickinger behind him. Bishop couldn't block that move if he tried. Benjamin Miles still in position to win this race. And Scott Roush could have a shot if things go sour for Connor Meyer. The Flickinger boys, can they do the brotherly sweep? We saw him at Xfinity. Alex May makes it off pit lane, always together, and they are going to do that. Flickinger to the bottom of the racetrack. Meyer keeps it ahead. Wow. What a power move there by Connor Meyer on lap 60. It is the white flag, by the way. Does Flickinger make the move? Yes, here comes Benjamin Miles. Can Benjamin Miles win the race? Oh, would that be huge for the 24 team to start out the season? Here comes Flickinger. Zach Flickinger. He's tried once. He's going to try again. He's going to win at Daytona. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful race. It was a little sloppy, but there at the end, made it all for it. How about that as you see the rest of the drivers coming across the finish line? Zach Flickinger. What more can you say about the kid? Amazing. Gets it done in his team's first attempt. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. Benjamin Miles with a good second place finish. Connor Meyer third. Scott Roush, good debut for that team. That's going to help them into points. In fourth, William Flickinger, who helped his brother Zach get to the front of the field as they're going to try to get it sorted out behind him. Coming into the pit lane, finishes in fifth. Brett Pritchard, good finish there, as we didn't talk about him much, in sixth. RJ Bishop, who was blocking there with about 3 laps to go, winds up seventh. Jonathan Sekuli winds up eighth. Jonathan Zorlin, who I mixed both of them up in the race, finishes ninth. And Nathan Hudson, who had a pretty strong race car, finishes 10th. So we're going to take a look at the rest of your results. Officially, everyone from 21st on back finished a lap down or more. There's Erickson, Jones, Young, Ross, Gorman, Young, Parker, Bryant, Lake, May, Ploward, Jackson. Drivers out of the race: Shelley, Gardner, Stapleton, Hyatt, and Brandon Crasta. Now, our next race is at Auto Club Speedway, and then the next race after that is at Mosport before our first break of the season. 3 weeks off after Mosport. So 3 weeks of racing, 3 weeks of non-racing. So everyone gets a little breather here in the Truck Series. We're going to head out west before we head international for the first time of the season. I'm Warren Keith for Dylan Young, who unfortunately had to leave halfway through the race. We will be in the booth together for Xfinity tomorrow and in Cup Sunday. This has been a production of the NRSL on Fox and NRSL Race Hub. Any use of this video without consent of NRSL Race Hub is prohibited. Thank you for watching at Daytona. Good night.